NCERTs. So the topic that we are going to dig in is of the 10th standard and is of the geography part. It is chapter number 4, agriculture. Now, why agriculture is important? Not just for a context. In general, also we need to know some terms of agriculture. We need to know about the agriculture happening in India. Why is it so important for the youth of India, for the citizens of India, for the students of India? The major reason why it is so important because 2/3 of our population is directly dependent on agriculture. 2/3 of our population is directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture. Either they are directly producing the produce in the farms, or they depends on the material as a raw material for their industries. Like you can say, if someone is running a jute industry, they depend on the jute production. If someone is running a sugarcane industry, they depend on the sugarcane for their production. So agriculture, there henceforth it becomes a very indispensable and important topic that we need to learn. The very first part of agriculture, the very first topic of your chapter is types of farming. Now, depending on the weather situations, the climatic conditions, depending on the fertility of the soil, depending on the terrain, whether it is a plateau, it is a range of mountains, whether it is a plain area, how much water is available in that area, how much primitive subsistence farming. Then, majorly you can categorize it into 3 types. One type of the first is the primitive subsistence farming, another is intensive subsistence farming. And the third one is commercial farming. Which can further have one more type of farming that is known as plantation. So if they can ask you a question, briefly explain the types of farming in India. So you need to express all these 3. अब बच्चे SST में नंबर कैसे आएंगे? Directly हर कोई लिख देगा paragraphs पे. You don't need to follow that approach. First of all, draw some kind of these type of structures. Need to draw such type of mapping. There should be done in the SST paper. It always attracts the attention of the examiner. Plus it makes your paper different from the others. In order to ensure that you get 95 plus marks. My target is 95 plus this year. I want maximum of you to score 95 plus. And but difficult nahi hai. I myself scored 100 in SST when I gave my board exams. So कुछ difficult नहीं है. You just need to go through NCERTs. Do not follow any other book. Just need to go through the NCERTs. That is more than sufficient that you need to learn. Okay. Using that crops, considering the climatic situations and conditions of that area. And once you feel that the crop is done, you have taken out the produce from the farms, you burn that patch of land. This is known as slash and burn agriculture. Basically, the nomad peoples, they practice such type of farming. क्या होता है बच्चे वो एक limited area में वो देख लेते हैं वहाँ पे वो farming practice करते हैं. Once they feel that the fertility of the soil has gone down and they are not getting maximum produce from that area, they move to the very next area for the same purpose, and then they repeat the same activity in that area. This is known as slash and burn agriculture. Now it is known as different. It is known with different names in different parts of the country. For example, in northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, it is known as jhuming practice. So jhuming and slash and burn agriculture is same. So what you have to remember in this primitive subsistence farming, that it is basically a slash and burn agriculture practice which is done only to sustain the family needs of the family. इसमें बच्चे commercialization market का कोई role नहीं है. They don't want to sell it in the market to gain more money. They just want to produce in order to sustain their families. अपने families को खिलाने के लिए they produce the output from the farms. This type of farming is known as primitive subsistence farming. Second, going to the intensive subsistence farming. Now, what is intensive subsistence farming? It is basically practiced by the small farmers. Small farmers ka I mean to say that those who have very small piece of land and very with the simple tools, बच्चे जो simple manual tools होते हैं like hoe and all, they do that farming. And क्या है बच्चे commercial farming क्या है? Commercial से ही नाम पता लग रहा है, that is something related to market. So the crops that are grown in order to earn more profits from the market, और पूरे market के लिए ही बनाए जाते हैं, so they are planted only for the market. The farmers plant these crops, and when they see that the crop is ready, they sell the produce in the markets, and they earn money by selling these crops. Such type of crops grown with the aim of earning more money and profits are known as commercial farming. For example, wheat, rice. अब जैसे चावल लगाते हैं लोग, राइस लगाते हैं, wheat लगाते हैं, वो घर के लिए नहीं लगाते. The main purpose of planting wheat and rice is to sell them in the markets. अभी हमारे पास wheat का सीजन गया, अब लोगों ने सबने राइस लगा दिए हैं. That is also we are going to do in the next chapter, like what type of crops are grown and what type of years. That is known as commercial farming. So commercial farming से यही समझ आ जाना चाहिए that something related with money, to earn money. Okay. Plantation is a type of commercial farming only, but commercial plantation में क्या होता है? Only one type of crop is grown. Only one type of crop is grown. मतलब अगर मैं टी प्लांटेशन कर रहा हूँ तो मतलब आई एम प्लांटिंग टी एवरीवेयर ऑन माई लैंड. आई एम नॉट प्लांटिंग एनी अदर क्रॉप. If I am doing coffee plantation, I am doing only coffee plantation. But in commercial farming, you can, if someone says that I am a commercial farmer, so means that he is commercial farmer. He can plant tea. He can plant wheat. He can plant rice at the same. He can plant everything. But if he says that I am a plantation, I am into